Hi, everyone. Welcome back. I hope y'all are doing great. I am doing okay today. Today we have a mess on our hands. So we're going to go ahead and pull out the things. Just give me 1 second. I need to grab something really quickly. 1 second. All right. So I want to do 3 projects. 3 projects. And I don't know if we'll be able to get all of them done in time. So let's go ahead and just discuss what those projects are going to be. We're going to make a book with dies. Going to cut paper. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. We're going to do that first because I think this is going to be the most time consuming of all of the projects. So now this paper may not make it. I pulled out this paper in hopes that we could find some fun colors to go with it to match. What is this? Jolly Bright. Oh, it definitely is jolly and something. So let's see. I think we may be able to pull it off, darlings. And I got everything out. I brought everything that I think I needed out. So we should have no hiccups. This is I got this, I don't know, last year before last. I don't think it was this year, but I got it. And they were a really good deal, whatever the price was. I don't remember right now. But they're magnetics. It's this little sheet that's keeping them in. But isn't this going to be a cute little book? First time using them today. So I thought this would be fun to do. Right. So I want this to be the base, of course, right? And then we could layer it on with these pieces. So we're going to cut some green out. Now, I'm not sure if green is the actual good color to go with. Good morning, Samara. How you doing today? Hopefully well. We're going to be cutting paper and painting and gluing. Right now we're die cutting after I cut this open. Now, I can't remember where I got this paper pack from. I want to say it was Office Depot 2 Christmases ago or three. Doesn't have a copyright date on it, and they had them on sale for like $2.25 or something. And the cardstock is 65 pounds, so it's not that strong, but it's strong enough to do what we're gonna need to do. So I'm gonna pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sheets of paper. 6 sheets of paper, and we're gonna fold it over because I think we can get 4 of these on here. Let's see, can we get 4? Let's measure this out. Yeah, I think um, it's gonna be a tight squeeze. Yep. So put this down. Now this says 65 pound, but this paper is thickety thick, 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 and I like it. Hope you had a great weekend. My weekend was semi uneventful. Just played a lot of video games. Like, I think I'm more of a gamer than a crafter. So sometimes my gaming head takes over what I want to get done for crafting. I have to be very mindful of that because I have, I want to do some Christmas themed projects. And you see, we've only done two technically, last Tuesday and this Tuesday. But I can't commit to 25 days of Christmas or whatever. Because in my opinion, in order to start that, it needed to start last in October probably. To be like totally honest about it. October probably was when it needs to be started, not December 1st. I mean, you could do it, especially if it's like a crater situation. And some people just have a better constitution than I do to get it done. I am a slacker sometimes. But that is my not a resolution, but it is my new thing for next year. Well, today, to just be better than I was yesterday and get things like I'm going to start writing better lists than I had been in the past and getting things done. That's really good. I'm glad you had a great weekend. Did you not trying to say that you was spending money? Are you finished Christmas shopping yet for the grandkids? I am done Christmas shopping for everyone except for the big roommate. And he said he didn't want anything, so that makes it easy to, you know, buy. Because he said he didn't want nothing. So now normally I would try to take 5 or 6 sheets of paper and fold them over and force it through the machine. I don't want to do that. Because that's how you break machines and dies. I'm speaking from experience. What people say when they're trying to do an intervention, this is coming from a place of love. So I think we're gonna need, let's see, one, two. Oh yeah. She probably had, everything. And it's hard to decide what you're gonna get her. I I went to Walmart the other day and I bought myself a refrigerator. A little tiny baby refrigerator. Oh my goodness, this is hard. Um so this was a hard little die to push through. I don't know if that's good or bad, but we'll see. It cut. I didn't doubt it wasn't gonna cut, but it was hard to push it through. See? So we'll run it through one more time, just that little top part. Yeah. A lot of people say that, and you probably asked her what she wanted. She probably said, just get me something. Which is not very helpful, but or she may have told you what she wanted. I don't know. I think for people that have quote unquote everything, I just buy something that they already have. Again, like socks, shoes, pajamas, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Because it's not, in my opinion, if they don't tell you what they want, then you're at liberty to get whatever you want them to have. So, like for this Christmas, I'm going to buy my son socks and underwear and some pajamas. I'm not buying him. I've been picking up the little dollar things here and there, but he's not getting a bunch of toys and stuff this year. He has plenty of toys and stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my lap real quick, and just one, two. I think this is gonna work. One, two. Exactly. She just said whatever you get, I be fine. Yeah, it's fine. Exactly. Which makes it even more pressing and hard to fully do that because you're over here trying to figure out what you're gonna get that's gonna be more amazing or whatever. Perfume, a new cook set, if she's still cooking. Um, People always do that. Whatever you get me, baby, it's fine. I'm like, no, let me give you a list because you're not about to mess up. But I am at that point too. Like I just want a few things: some fuzzy socks, um, some new pajamas, two pajamas because I want to throw away two of mine, and a new. They had got me a Bluetooth last year, and it doesn't have an off on button, so one of those would be great from them. And for streaming, they have this thing called a capture card when you're playing video games. It's to capture your gameplay. So I'm gonna get ask for that and see what they get me. My son, I had bought him some train and Lego stuff last year that never made it out of the closet. So this year he'll be getting that. And I had bought him some stuff for his birthday, but so many people had got him trains that I didn't even need to buy the boy anything. So two, one, two, three, four. So we're gonna have four flaps. Oh yeah. So you got well, I mean, a robe, house shoes, underwear. I mean, I'm sure you'll figure it out. You don't need my ideas. Buy a streaming service, a subscription to a streaming service that she might like. I'm not sure if your mom's a practical lady or not. You seem pretty practical, so I'm under the impression that she's practical as well. So she might be like, "Don't buy me all that crap." Hi Deb, how you doing today? I was watching a video yesterday, Deb, and your video popped up, a haul video, and I haven't got a chance to watch it yet, but I have some errands to run. That's good to hear that you're doing good. I'm glad that you're doing well. And I want to watch it because I saw that you had commented that you did a shopping haul. I don't know who video it was, but I was like, ooh, I don't buy a lot of stuff much anymore, but I do. Oh, nice. Twinchies. I remember when I thought about doing Twinchies, I didn't do them. I'm not sure if this dye is sucking or if it's me because I'm struggling, just so you know, big time to get this situation cut out. And I had planned on doing some pre-work before, but I was like, I went to the Family Dollar looking for something, and they didn't have it. I went to so ooh, I've been shopping, y'all. I went to Dollar Tree last night. Mm-mm-mm. After my son got picked up from school, we went to the Dollar Tree. I tell y'all, sometimes having a good heart is wrong. Okay, so it's this. I went to Dollar Tree, and right next to Dollar Tree is this grocery store. It's a Hispanic grocery store. So a lot of people in there only speak Spanish, and I only speak English. You know what I'm saying? To be very transparent, I know a little bit of Spanish because I know a little bit of Italian. So I can say, quanto costa, which is not the same in Spanish, but it means how much, or I can say numbers. I used to be able to count up to 10 in Spanish, but now I think I can probably count up to like five. I don't know. Um, and I know a few words because they're the same in Italian as they are in Spanish, like, polo is chicken. And so it was we went to the Dollar Tree and it was ransacked, but I'm looking for some Christmas trees. So I'm going to have to go to another Dollar Tree today and look for them. Anyway, so it was ransacked, the Dollar Tree, and I ended up getting a few things. I'm like, oh, this is going to be really cool because I'm going to it's a thing on Pinterest that they have. I'm going to make oh shoot. I don't know. I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. What's going on with my machine? It should not be giving me this much trouble because I have nothing in there but this. And this paper, it shouldn't be that thick. Y'all heard that click though, right? I don't like that. Let's see. Oh my gosh. I am struggling so much. Look, the dang plate broke. Mm, 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 mm. That is ridiculous. Okay, so that is not going to work. We're going to still send it through. We're just going to go through the other side. Hopefully it will do what we needed to do. And I'll just get some duct tape, I suppose. Nope, not working. Well, heck. I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to contact the company. Yeah, I don't have, it's not, it's just this. So it should not be a problem. But it looks like the roller, you can't really see it, but it looks like the roller is, I don't know. And I used it last week with no issue. I don't use it that often. I'm gonna try it one more time. So this is why I don't like die cutting. This is the main reason I despise die cutting more recently than before. Yeah, it's not working. So we're gonna just scrap this project really quickly, and I'll have to oh, surprise! It's an unboxing now. I'll do that. Mm, 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 mm. Those kind of things make me angry, and we can't have a book with 2 pages. So either I'll have to get my other die cutting machine. Oh, you know what we could do? Oh crap! I'll have to go AFK, but I could pull out the machine that I bought from the thrift store for $6 and see. So I'm gonna have to contact Crafters Companion. Um, but we won't let that bother us. It won't get us down too much. So we're gonna get some wax paper out, get your water out, and we are going to be painting these things right here. Now, this is what I've been telling you. Hey, Berry Crafty. And before I go any further, no, I am not trying to get y'all to spend y'all money. But listen to this. This is $1.25 currently at the Dollar Tree. You get 8 pieces. This is $1.29. I mean, it's $2.69 at the Hobby Lobby, right? So it's $2.99, and currently Hobby Lobby has it 60% off. So currently this is $1.20, and you get 12 pieces for $1.20. Better quality wood, probably more images than 8 pieces for $1.25. I mean, you do the math, okay? So if you can afford and you have time to hop to the Dollar Tree, that's all I'm saying. Today we're going to be using these, and what we're going to do is we're going to try to paint 4 of them. Again, I can't tell you how to spend your money. You're all adults. You make those decisions on your own. Liz, excuse me, Berry Crafty, my die cutting machine just broke. So we're going to use white. We're using matte white. I do have water. Pop. Hey Barry, how you doing today? Yeah, I one of my we're supposed to be making 3 projects today. We probably won't get to all 3 of them because my machine just broke. And so we're gonna paint this, let it dry. We're gonna paint both sides. And first we're putting white down. Now if you're really, really super fancy, you could definitely gesso it first. This is a messy project. This would probably be good for you and the kiddos. Or if you do like some type of volunteer work at a senior center, this would be fun to do. Especially if you go to Hobby Lobby and get all those pieces for 24 for $1.20. I'm just saying. I don't get paid to advertise for Hobby Lobby, just so y'all know, because Hobby Lobby charged me the same price they charge y'all, a lot of money. So whenever I can stick it to the man, I'm sticking it to the man. And Hobby Lobby is the man in this reference. Yeah. So listen, I needed these pieces. Let me tell you why. These are going to be Christmas presents. Well, for people. Now, hold your pearls, hold your pearls. Very crafty, hold your pearls. Because what we're going to do, we're going to make these into some earrings, darling. One of my son's teachers is into big, weird earrings. And I was like, oh, sweat. Because he has like 6 or 7 teachers. I can't afford a $20 gift for each one of his teachers. So this year, I have to be very, very mindful of that. So I went to Walmart the other day, and Walmart had blankets with pom poms for $3. So they're throws. I always seem to buy them throws anyway. So I bought a lot of throw blankets. If you get a throw and a blanket, Merry Christmas. You know the price. It was originally another price, but $3 can, $20 for three covers a certain amount of thing. Oh, thank you so much. I want to be an ally to my son's teachers, not the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes signals get crossed. My son is a very good communicator. He doesn't want to get in trouble, so he'll hide things. But for the most part, I try to be as helpful with his upbringing in school as possible, because ultimately, if he's dumb, they don't look at the teacher and be like, what did his parents do? And plus, I liked school growing up. Yeah. So I'm painting them white first. Hey Chris, what you mean forget those fools? No, my son would not have that. Last year, was it last year? Yeah, last year. I was trying not to get something for one of the teachers, and my son was, "What about so and so?" I was like, "Oh yeah, what about her?" So we ended up having to do something for everybody. But these are good projects to go on your Christmas tree and things like that. And I want to tell you all, I am definitely not in the Christmas spirit. So just because I'm doing Christmas projects does not mean that I am Mariah Carey ready, okay? I was watching a video today and someone had it up. I was like, oh my God, really? What's GCS? Chris. Yeah, I'm not that person right now. And I just, wish you respect my privacy when it comes to why I don't why I'm not into Christmas. I've never been like really, really into Christmas. And I want to tell y'all something. I'm still gonna crack jokes on people for being, like Buddy the Elf. I do like Christmas because of Jesus Christ. Other than that, I mean, the commercialization of Christmas, I'm okay with it because I do fall into that thing. But I was thinking about it, and I'm about to tell y'all something that you may be shocked. You don't have to go overboard for Christmas, because Christmas trees, Jesus was born in a manger. Come on. It was not a Christmas tree decorated that year or the year before that. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to go out there and be like, I need to do this. I do like putting up the trees and stuff like that with the family. And I enjoy spending time with my family. So I enjoy the holidays for that reason. But right now, I'm just not in the mood for Christmas. And I don't know if it's my winter blues setting in later than normal, or if I'm just in a pissy mood. So it is what it is. I'll never poo poo on your Christmas. I'll talk trash about you having 99 trees or whatever. I remember, I want to say it was like 3 years ago. It was a swap that they had on the channel on YouTube, and this had to have been a early situation because it was like the 25 days of Christmas, and it was cheap gifts. It was not super expensive gifts, but people were doing um every day they did a video, a unveiling of what they got in the mail. And some people went all out with their gifts. Y'all remember that? Hey, Chocolate City Sim. I do want to go on one quick gaming situation. Dreamlight Valley has an update right now on Steam if you have it on PC. So I think mine is updating currently. So if y'all need to call in sick right now or go ahead and go to the restroom and come back and say, "Ooh, something I ate, I gotta go home to get on that Dreamlight Valley," go ahead and do that. I don't know if I'll get into it today or not. I want to do some adult stuff. We're having tacos today, so I need to go buy some taco stuff. Cause it's Taco Daggone Tuesday, right? I might just go buy me some tacos and eat them. Yeah, I don't know if I play like today, like how we normally do, just grind it out. And I do want to see what that golden potatoes about. Anyway, I do want to say that hopefully my mindset will change closer, but right now I'm just not Christmassy. Yeah, work. I mean, work is the only good thing about work is that it pays the bill, right? Other than that, they can keep it. So these are going to be very easy peasy, simple to do. If you don't like Dollar Tree, if you don't like Hobby Lobby, and all you can get to is a Dollar Tree, these would be good to do. Mine are, I think these are old, but these probably did cost $1.25. I did buy some things from the Dollar Tree yesterday, some Christmas trees. I want to try this project, so I need to buy some. I want to buy some cement, some mixture seeds, some mixing cement, and I have some plants. So I'll show y'all that because I do want to do some Christmas stuff, just because it's routine, darling. The only holiday I don't think I craft for is St. Patrick's Day. And maybe I've made a St. Patrick's Day project. I don't know. So this is wax paper. I meant to get parchment paper, but wax it is. For me, parchment paper does not stick as much as wax paper. I'm not sure about you other paper users. And I was thinking when I was tearing this, like, ooh, we can do some projects with this wax paper and parchment paper. We get a chance. So yeah. The only thing about painting, you get messy. You get messier than normal. So we got this. Let this dry. Just so you all know, I broke. I didn't break, but I was using it, so I got to take the onus of it. My machine is broken, so I need to contact the company and let them know that something's going on with my roller. The thing is, I really don't feel like dealing with it because they're gonna say, "Where'd you get it from?" And I'm gonna have to say, "I stole it off the back of the truck." No, I got it from HSN, and so I may not be able to get a proper replacement. I think I had told y'all about it giving me issues before. So you saw it on camera, you heard the pop. It was like, nah, son, sit down. You gonna paint today. I do want to do some other projects, some fun, easy projects. So yeah. I may come back tomorrow. I do a live. We'll see. Wednesday's my only non-streaming day, my non-live day, because I do live videos Monday, Thursday, and Friday for my gaming channel. And then Tuesdays, I do this with you all. Now I have skated out on some of my gaming days, but Tuesdays is, this family. We home, we chilling, we doing this. And we get to chit chat and I get to influence you all. So Barry Crafty told me, Barry Crafty, that Michael's today's the last day for the hot buys and it's $5. Like, and Deb also, she did a video. Was it 2 weeks now, Deb? 2 weeks ago? I wanted to go to Michael's that day, Deb, because of you, but I didn't. I was like, nah, I can't go today. The big roommate calls them books. He was like, you got enough of those books already, don't you? I'm like, no. I say it doesn't have this color paper. He said, I bet it does. It don't. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and let these dry. Okay, off another piece of parchment paper. This is how it looks. I think it looks good. Sometimes people hold a special place in your heart when it comes to Christmas gifts and things like that. And people's kindness can always be remembered. But let me tell y'all, so last night, I feel like I got bamboozled. I have a real soft heart. All I got was available online though, some stuff. Yeah, the Michaels near me, the people are just there for a paycheck. They are not really into, work like that. So, I mean, everybody's there for a paycheck, but if you work at Hobby Lobby or Home Depot and I come to you and ask you about screws, I want you to have a little bit of knowledge. So, what I'm saying, I want you to be knowledgeable about the things. And the Michaels closest to me, um, one person's a crafter. So, like when you go to Hobby Lobby, for example, and you go to the sewing section, usually the lady that's cutting the fabric, she know a little bit about the fabric. But the other day I went, I was like, excuse me, I'm looking for some transparent thread. The girl was like, it's not on the shelf. I was like, oh, she a paycheck, just a paycheck person. So I'm just checking the edges. I knew I had missed some. So I go to Dollar Tree, right? And the good nature in me, you walk by and you see the American Army, is it Army? Red Cross? No, Salvation Army person jinging that bell. They was jinging that bell last month, y'all. November. Um, I always try to pull out a dollar or two and put it in there because I have experience with receiving help from companies, right? Growing up. Anyway, um, so yesterday there was this homeless man outside. I assumed that he was homeless. He could have been a panhandler with a Mercedes Benz around the corner. I don't know. But he looked like he fit the part of being homeless, right? He had a whole bunch of crap around him, some Red Bull, bags of ish, all that nonsense, all the junk that you get from people that's being kind and giving you random junk. So he's outside and he says, I would like a hot meal. Yeah, customer service, what is that, right? I'm just gonna rub this off because it's dry now. So he said, it was like a hot meal. And I was like, no, I can't give you no money, but I'll buy you some food, right? Because in my mental training, I've always learned that if the person is really hungry, they're not there for the money. They really there for the food. And he was like, okay. So we go in. I don't speak very good Spanish. I speak probably 50 words of Spanish. And those are crossover words that I'm hoping make sense to the person that actually does speak Spanish. So I go over there and I tell the lady, I say, I want to get a taco. I want the chicken taco, polo. I can say chicken in Spanish. She's like, no, we don't have that. I said, okay. I said, well, can I get the next thing it was? She was like, no, we don't have that either. I said, okay, well, can I get a quesadilla? And she was like, no, we don't have that either. It was in the afternoon, and this store is like a ready store. Like they sell the food, whatever goes away goes away. It get replenishes the next day. So I'm using these Artist Loft uh brush packs. These did come from Michaels. And I want to say that I paid $5 for these back in the day when Michaels used to have like really good deals versus now. You got to kind of catch it. I do like the Artist Loft because these pieces are very, very thick when they need to be thick. They're good quality for the price for what I do. They may not be good quality for what you do if you're much more of an artist than I am. So, I'm looking for a short one for our black hat, and then I need a little tiny one for orange. Let's see. But I need it to be firmer. This is when the Dollar Tree one would come in handy, no problem. I feel like Nicholas has been over here messing with my stuff. The other day, before y'all say Nicholas didn't do it, the other day I came home, he was in my chair like, what's good, Miley? And I was like, okay, get out my chair. And my son was like, get out of my mommy's chair. Nicholas was like, make me. Anyway, so finally we figure out something. And the lady's kind of like, you don't know what you want. I say, it's not for me, it's for the guy outside. And she's like, the guy outside. Poor Nicholas, poor Brandy. What you mean, poor Nicholas? Really? Samara, you already on there taking sides with the cat? Wow. And I thought we were friends, man. Is this orange? This is blood orange. I got this from Hobby Lobby on sale, so we'll see. And now we need black. Anyway, so I go. This is why I feel like maybe um I don't know. I don't know if the man was homeless, but I had told him that I was going to get him a meal. I saw him in line buying cigarettes. So if you can buy, in my head, if you can buy cigarettes, you can buy you a meal. But anyway, nonetheless, I was like, God has placed it on my heart to do, so I did. Why I get a man the food and I don't see him eating it? Not saying that he had to eat it right away, but I feel like he threw my food in the trash. That's what I feel like. I was like, bruh. In my head, I was like, I could have used that whatever I bought him. It was like a taco or something. Gordita, one of those. I could have had that myself. You gonna throw the food in the trash? My son was like, my son was like, maybe he gonna eat it later. I was like, yes, son, that's definitely what he's gonna do. He's gonna eat it later. So for this one, I'm just gonna keep this on the inside because I don't think I need to pour it out. So we're gonna turn it and holding our breath. I do think this is fabric glue. I mean fabric. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna paint both sides. Um, just so it looks good in my opinion. Looks better. I'm not saying that it does look better, but I want it to look as good as possible. Yeah, so I felt some kind of way after that. He could have still fully been homeless, fully needed a meal, a hot meal as he had put on his sign. But I just felt slightly jaded after that. And then we got home and the food I had took out was frozen, the meat still frozen. So I was like, well, we'll just run to a fast food place. You know what, Samara? So am I. It's a, I'm not um, saying it right, but it's a verse in the Bible that says, "Fool and their money is soon apart." Um, I don't know if that's for people that spend it on a lot of random dumb stuff, or if that's the person that's being fooled into thinking one thing over another. But nonetheless, I really felt, I'm not gonna say I felt like super mad, but I was like, you should have knew better. Because sometimes, you can be in your way of blocking your own blessings. And so I felt good doing it for this person. So that's really important. But I tend not to give people money only because they beg a lot here where I live, a bunch. I'm gonna come back over here now. It's still damp. This one I put a little bit too much on. But I hope everyone's having a great start of their week. Not too much craziness going on in your life. You're staying safe. If you are out and about, I want you to do this the next time you go shopping. The first song you hear in the store, and this is if you're going to be out at more than one store, I want you to tell me how many times you heard that song. Because if you go out and you do a whirlwind shopping expedition, and whirlwind means that you go to like 4 or 5 stores, I guarantee you're going to hear Mariah Carey about 7, 8 times before you get home. So I don't listen to the radio in the car, but I bet if you turn your radio station on to whatever your favorite station is, if it's secular music, Mariah Carey is gonna sing you to death. I just don't think I'm ready for the holidays. That could be it, maybe. All right. So my next question is: do y'all want to give this guy some eyes? Or no? You're right, Elizabeth. You're right. I'm not worried about the good deed. I'm more angry that I feel like this man is out here taking advantage of us, and hopefully that makes sense. So I felt more like this, bruh, because we had went somewhere. This is a funny story, y'all. So in 2019, the big roommate had bought a beater car, right? Like a blockbuster, as he calls it, a car to just drive around, so we wouldn't put a whole bunch of miles on the regular car, the car that we drive around. And so he had the first part is going to be hilarious. The other part is not funny. Um, he had got a car, and he had met this guy, and they had been friends for a little bit, right? So he knew a little bit about him or whatever. But my husband is easy to make friends. I am not. I don't trust anybody. Like, we need to be friends for like a year before I'm like, that's my friend. You know what I'm saying? Um, Especially for you to be coming in my home and stuff like that. Well, he was like, he had stopped by the house, and he was like, I'm gonna drop off so and so. I was like, who is so and so? He was like, that's my friend from blah blah blah. I was like, oh, okay. He come back in the house and he says, babe. I was like, yeah. He said, this choice words, whichever choice words you want to put, then stole my car. I was like, what? He was like, yeah, he stole my car. I said, well, call the police, because it had insurance and stuff like that on there. Do I read? What? You mean, do I read? Hey, foster mom, how you doing today? Oh, do you read? Do I read what? I read, yeah. I read words. Anyway, is this a joke? You being funny right now? I mean, I read 15 minutes a dang day. What are you talking about? Chris, you tripping. You know I freaking read. What are you talking about? Do I read adult books? Chris, your randomness today is crazy. Yes, I read books. I have a library card for a reason. I don't read all the time, but yeah, I read books. I've been reading more junk for that boy than for myself. Anyway, um, so the car got stole, right? We call the police, file the report. Mind you, the big roommate had just got the car, maybe a week. Maybe had it a week. I found a book that you cannot check out from the library. Remind me to. Oh Lord. Okay, I will. I have to know about this book. So the moral of the story is everybody can't be your friend. First of all, that you've been knowing for a couple of months, right? Because you never know. I'm like, where he live? Well, if you can't go to somebody's house, if you don't have that person's address or phone number. And so he was like, when I see him, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna beat him. That's the first thing that we always say. I'm gonna f this person up. And I was like, why? This your fault. I had no sympathy, and I tend not to have sympathy when we do dumb stuff. Even on myself, I was like, that's dumb. I would have never, did this or whatever. But needless to say, this was still in the time frame of the car needed to be found, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. We had went somewhere as a family unit, and it was a homeless guy outside of Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box is a fast food restaurant. I'm not sure if it's worldwide because some places don't have Jack in the Box, but it sells burgers. When I was growing up, they used to sell tacos. They still sell them, but they don't taste as good as they did when I was a little kid. Um, they sell tacos. They sell amazing seasoned curly fries. That's why I liked them when I was a kid. And it's this guy outside. Again, God moved me to want to do something nice for him. I don't normally do nice stuff for people because strangers that is because yeah, I feel like they work in the system. But he was like, can you please give me something to eat? I'm hungry. I haven't eaten in X amount of days, blah, 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 blah. And the big roommate was like, nah, I ain't got nothing for you. Because he was upset, about the dude that stole the car. And he was on this thing like, I'm not doing anything nice for anybody else. Oh, a sourdough jack is the best kind of situation you could ever get. I love him. So he was like, I'm not doing anything nice for anybody else. Basically he was like, forget them, and you can put in a better word than forget if you want to, right? I was like, okay, I understand. I said, but I want you to do it and do it for me, right? And he kind of looks at me like, really? Because I normally say no to everybody. You could have no legs and arms and be like, I just came back from the war. I'm like the VA. You need to go to the VA. That's my philosophy. It's not a very good philosophy, but I've been burned a lot of times by quote unquote homeless people. So I was not really, I don't give to people that often. But something compelled me. And I was like, you need to do this for me because you know, he needs something. So they go back in the Jack in the Box, and the people in Jack in the Box was like, "I told you not to come back in here no more." And the big room was like, "No, he with me." Um, and he's like, "Okay." And he was like, "Get something off the menu." And I want to say Jack in the Box had a dollar menu at the time, and so he was trying to get like a dollar fry or whatever the dollar menu was. He was like, "No, get you a meal and a drink." Blah 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 blah. Before they made it out to Jack in the Box, that man had ate all that food. So you can tell if someone's hungry or if someone's panhandling. And I feel like last night I got panhandled and not hungry. But we'll see. We'll see. Regardless, God, like Barry Crafty said, no good deed goes unseen. But I just felt like angry because I'm not in the Christmas spirit already. And so I feel like maybe he was like, "Yeah, it's Christmas time." If he was lying about being hungry or whatever. it's Christmas time and I can get these fools to give me money because I'm not about to give you no dang money. You want some food? We can go in here and we can, break bread. But no, no, no. So this black paint is in my dot. It's messing up my dot. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this off. There we go. And put it back on, but gingerly this time. I thought a homeless man a beer simply because he was honest why he want. You know what? If somebody said I need a beer and I was in that mindset to buy this man a beer, I would have bought him a beer. Because if you just need a beer, you don't want to work. Okay, I got it. So we're gonna repaint these hats again because they look a little bit crusty. And it is this paint we're using acrylic paint by Sheena Douglas and it's black. So hopefully it works out for us. Oh shoot. It's going to be a great session, everyone. Don't worry about it. Just stand back. Nothing to see here. Oh, that's worse. Okay. It's going to be great. First, we break a machine. Then I drop black ink on white. What else could go freaking wrong besides me knocking everything over? I'm just saying. I'm speaking out loud. Don't worry about me. Everything's great. Yeah. Now my hands have white ink all over it. No worries. Nothing's. Yo, yo, yeah. All right, hold on one second. Let me just collect my thoughts because apparently Samara, you might be right on that one, ma'am. If not, I have coloring books. I got a coloring page I can color. I mean, we're gonna still stream. We're gonna still have a good time. Maybe y'all just laugh, spit up your coffee or something. But I'm gonna have to get up and get I think I have white on my face now too. That's okay. No worries. No worries. Do. This is the snowman that refuses to get clean, I guess. I don't know. That's a whole mess. All right. There we go. Back in the water. If my son was home today, I could ask him to bring me some paper towels. I thought 3 would be enough. Maybe 8 is enough. I don't know. All right, let's get back to this hat. Where's the hat? Let's move you over here. Problem snowman. Oh, I don't know what's going on with me right now. I really don't. We're still gonna have one pair, if not 2. We're still gonna work it through, work it out. Yeah, I'm glad he wasn't yellow. Then we know what kind of snow he was made with, right? hmm I'm just gonna move all of the none being worked on snowman to a cleaner surface. Okay. this in here. I wouldn't dare play with no dirty snow. Like last year when it snowed here, after the snow started turning different colors, like, okay, let's go in the house. That's enough. That's just me though. That's just me. Do y'all buy novelty gifts for yourself or your loved ones? Well, it's this white, soft, cold stuff that falls from the sky. I mean, I know you probably don't know how to experience it all the time, but I'm sure you've experienced it at some point in your life. And the whole goal is not to eat any that's yellow. Examples of snow are yellow snow. If I saw yellow snow, I'd be like, "Ew, you're nasty." Why would anyone eat snow? Little kids eat snow all the time, I think. Well, back in the day, just like when it used to rain, I used to stick my tongue out to catch the raindrops. I did not gesso it, Deb. I just went in for the kill. I said at the beginning, you can gesso it, but I did not. I made a mess. I had some black stuff in there. Snow cream. I don't know about no snow cream, but I like Dairy Queen. No, I mean like kids, they stick their tongue out. Like what's that little boy's name from is it Miracle on 34th Street? Yeah. When he gets his tongue tucked to that pole. I forgot his name, but you know what I'm talking about. This black don't want to work. And if that's the case, we might just have to get a sheet of paper and glue it on there. Christmas story, Ralphie, there you go. No lie, my cousin licks ice in the refrigerator. Got his tongue stuck and they snatched it off and all the top layer came out. I was like, y'all supposed to put water on that. Even I know that as a kid. All right. Inspecting the side. I think this is the side we're gonna have showing. So let's go ahead and this will be the side. Oh, it's still daggone wet. Mm, 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 mm. We never even finished this one. Like, are you gonna at least finish me? Yeah. I'm not sure who would eat yellow snow, honestly. I would never eat snow at all. I have a friend who lives in Canada A, and we were talking about she said it was pouring down raining right now. I don't know if Heather's here or not, but she talked about that she didn't like Bill Nye, so this is another reference to him. So don't tell her I said Bill Nye. Bill Nye, Bill Nye, Bill Nye. And she was like, "Yeah, that rain is supposed to be snow, but due to climate change." I was like, "What is that?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. It doesn't exist." I was like, "Yep, it does not. It is not real." Y'all, we about to get fancy. We're gonna pull out some red bling for his little hat and go from there. And I do want to put some black on the snowman, just so y'all know. Just not where I dropped the snowman at. And normally I think that I wouldn't do both sides, but I think it's gonna be very good to do both sides. And then I'll have to figure out this daggone die cutting machine situation. All right. So I'm gonna let this dry a scotch. I'm only gonna do one pair because I'm already treading on flipping the table right now. Um, so while we wait on that to dry, I'm gonna pull out this daggone other die cutting machine. We're gonna do we're gonna do everything that we plan on doing. It just may take me a little time to reset mentally because I'm like, how did this machine break? Folder. That's all. Sometimes what you plan on going for don't always happen the way you want it to happen, so you gotta adjust, right? I can't believe Chris asked me, "Do I read?" Mm-mm, I don't read. I stopped reading adult books a long time ago. Now I just read that little kid junk. Also, I want to tell y'all, I like murder mysteries. I uh for books, I hmm. You know what's funny? The last book I read was this Chocolate City Sim. Are you still here? You remember that name of the book that we had read in the book club? Your book club? I don't remember, but it was a really good book. It was like about time travel. He talked about you remember the name of that book with the guy and the girl, and they said it was going to be a movie. Oh, it's still wet. Let's leave that alone. She had red hair and green eyes. It was about time travel. She had figured out. Yeah, that was a very good book. So we had read that book. Then we read another book. It was about food, and the food dishes sounded delicious. Never mind, then don't worry about it. But the book was really a dry read, in my opinion. And everybody was like, "Oh, it was good." I was like, "Oh." So I'm okay with like mysteries. I'm not. I don't really care for a lot of killing books and stuff because I sometimes my brain won't shut off. Excuse me, 1 second. I'm opening up something, so I didn't want y'all to hear me using, swear words. The bad part about book clubs is that your opinion of books solely relies on your opinion of books. So if someone recommends a book to you and y'all don't have the same taste in books, it's very hard to, in my opinion, it's very hard to read the book because if you like, for example, vampire legacies from the Victorian era, um, I feel like I don't want to read that. I want to read a book that's gonna make me happy, you know, like gonna interest me. So some books I'm like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And I try not to read the back of the book, you know, like the back book cover, because it could cause a few issues when you read the book. Because people gonna sell the book. Like if I wrote a crap book, I'm gonna make the book seem as amazing as possible, even though it's a crap book. Oh, great! I'm just making a mess. I'm just gonna take a quick second to get familiar with this product. I think I have to plug it in anyway. Don't I have to plug it in? Hmm. All right, y'all. I was about to say they didn't even send me a plug. This is gonna be a crappy day. After all, I'm gonna have to get me some ice cream after this stream, because crappy days definitely call for ice cream. Y'all can get whatever y'all want, beer or whatever. All right, Samara, but I am a ice cream eater when I have a bad day, a bad enough day to get ice cream, I should say. Because sometimes bad days just gonna happen. All right, let's see if any of this is dry. Is it? Is it from you? It ain't waiting on me. You probably have it already. All right. I'll investigate it, ma'am. I hope it ain't no Franny Sim stuff, because I'm looking for that myself. Oh no, if you, I mean, you, you know, I don't mind. Oh, I was playing this game this morning, Chalk City. It is so fun. I think I gifted it to you. If not, I'm gonna have to. I think this will be our last coat on here. We're gonna let that dry. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna turn this over. I don't know if this is gonna be right. It's called, give me 1 second. Before I go any further, do y'all want to try dots on this snowman or no? It's a 4 pack one. The game I'm playing right now is called Stray Souls Dollhouse Story. You know the buttons on the snowman. So we do just two though. One, two. Okay. Y'all think we need three? You need one right here, don't we? That's crooked. I don't know what. I didn't turn my chair, so I'm sitting crooked. All right. I mean, it's handmade, right? You're not gonna always get straight. I mean, it's crafted straight. Shoot. All right. Do we want to try and do a face? I don't think we need a face. Do we need a face? We got a nose. I guess we could do one eye. Would that look weird? Because he's turning to the side. So this is a side profile. Do we need an eye? There we go. He looks better. Okay. Gonna let him dry. Then we're gonna not just fudge. We're gonna let him dry. And we're gonna get to this paper cutting. Because that's what we came for, to cut paper, darling. And apparently break daggone with a little holly hat on. No, I don't have a little holly on his. I don't have holly for him. I'm gonna get him just a red strip of fabric if I can find it. Actually, I'm gonna put something else across his head. It won't be holly though, or a ribbon. It won't be either one of those because I don't have those. Uh, just so these are gonna be earrings, just so y'all know. Um, so I don't. I mean, it's a piece of wood on the ear already, so I don't know if I want to add all that stuff to it, but I will put that on. Earrings, or, well, maybe you know it as earrings. I don't know. They are these things that you put on your earlobes to let your chain hang low. I don't know. I am not messing with you, Chocolate City Sim. I am not messing with you at all today. I want these to dry so we can do the same on the other side. Well, they're not too big because the person that I'm making them for wear bigger things than this on their ears. Um, yeah, yeah. Uh huh. You like what? Mm-hmm. Let me see. Maybe. Oh, that would be cool. No, let's see. Let's not get overboard because I still have to finish this. And by finish it, I mean I need to protect the crazy drawing that we did. Maybe we can find a sticker though. And I do have a holly. I don't know if this is gonna fit though. Let's see. These for Miss Frazier. I said at the beginning, and you was like they're getting gift cards, and I was like, "What's a gift card?" Because I didn't know what that meant. Yeah, the holly not gonna fit. Yeah. So she has worn a poppet before. If y'all know what poppets are, she has worn those on her ears, music signs, all kinds of weird stuff on her ears. So I thought this would be really cool to make for her. Let's see. Will this fit? That would fit. So we'll try to see, because the sticker could work. And then I don't. I have teal scarf, so we'll have to see on that one too. I have a green scarf. I do have some red stuff, but I need it to be flat and I need to stick down. Yeah, you weren't paying attention. That's why. That's what had happened. You was over here talking about forget them fools. Let's see. Is this dry? No, it's not dry. I'm not doing no bumblebee colors, ma'am. I'm not. Not today. Not today. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this little eyeball right here. and the dots. 1, 2, 3. Well, understandable. Do I have four of these? One, two. Oh, I fudge. Only got three. One, two, three, four. Oh, we'll have to see. I'm just gonna do one more coat. The school keeps getting better and better. I don't know why you want to move your kid out. It's amazing. They do so much. They have great communication. It's an amazing school. They broke ground over here by my house. I hope they broke ground for the school that they lied and said it was. So I'm gonna just sit this like um here. I need a I don't have it at my desk and I have something on my lap. I need a clip because you could just paper clip this and stick it in a spot, but I don't have that right now. So I'll put it right here. That will work. Yep. And here we go. Um the school is pretty good. The communication. No, I'm not being sarcastic. You can't be a proactive parent these days because I mean, first of all, you can't question adults because they get upset when you question them, right? And so I feel like the school is speaking a language that the parents don't understand. Oh, I messed it up. That's okay. They're speaking a language that we don't understand, and we're speaking a language that they don't understand, and so we're not seeing eye to eye on it. And I think that's the issue is that they have an agenda that they're trying to get out. No, the school is good. The school the school is good. Um, they've won awards and all that kind of crazy crap. But it's not I went to school in 1980 something. So it's not the school that I would prefer my child to go to. I wanted him to go to a school that had uniforms um because I didn't want to have to worry about trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm not that kind of person. I don't want to compete with you just because you think that's okay. I don't that's not what I'm about in my life. And I didn't want to have to explain to him why. I remember I in one of the Facebook groups I'm in, a parent was like, I don't watch Peppa Pig, Ryan, and it's another one they had banned in their house, so I didn't watch because they was like, I get tired explaining how Ryan is a kids TV show, can have all these toys. And so my son had said something similar to that recently. I said, Ryan don't pay for them toys. He gets all that crap for free. And my son was like, really? I was like, yeah. Ryan gets the toys to advertise so parents like me and other parents that have to pay for the junk will pay for it for kids like you that wants everything that Ryan is doing. And I don't agree with that. So with the school, the only thing is I've always said that we're not speaking the same language, right? Like they're speaking a whole different language. And I'm an older parent, so I don't have time for that nonsense. And I'm also one of those people that if we got issues, let's work out our issues and move on. And if we can't, then we need to just be done with it. I'm not one of those people that's like, Belinda was mean to me 5 years ago and I don't like her. No, Belinda and I had a conversation and we good. We ate lunch together yesterday. But a lot of the teachers there are young, and my son is in kindergarten, first grade. So I'm in a group of young parents for the most part. And I'm probably one of the older parents. Myself and another person I know for a fact are older parents. So a lot of the nonsense that they do is just not, I don't tolerate it. And it's a bit immature for me. And so I don't like it. So that part, um, they get on my nerves with. My son likes it. He's an only child, so of course he likes it. He has quote unquote friends and all this other nonsense. Like I said, this is gonna be a great session. I got ink, paint. I broke a machine. I have a machine that weighs about 1,000 pounds on my leg, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Well, I mean, you never supported the group in the first place, so I don't know about that. I like I said, there's a lot of young crap going on, and everybody right now in the world has a sense of entitlement. I had told you about this Chocolate City. The coach had put out a message saying, "Hey, we're going to be outside again." And all the parents was like, why? They sound like my son whining like a bunch of babies. It's cold. I'm like, put your kid on the daggone coat. Yeah. Like put your kid on a coat. Send them with some extra gloves or whatever. Don't equip your kid for failure. Equip them with success. And they over here crying about the daggone thing. And the coach was like, I apologize. Like I felt so bad for her. She was like, I apologize if I upset anyone, but this is the reason. Like at some point, you don't need a reason. The coach said this was going on, and that's what's going on. But I come from a different world where things are not always what you want them to be. I'm not a disbeliever in sometimes I may not know what's going on. And we live in an information world where everybody wants to know everything. And I'm okay with not knowing. Um, because I don't really care. I don't care about them like that. I care that my son is safe and he's learning. And sometimes I'm like, is this boy even learning? Because he'll come home and say some weird stuff. And I'm like, I don't know if he's learning. Okay, I have to go on mute really quick because I need to go down and plug something in. They probably are the reason. But my thing is, if you bring your kid home and let them go outside, why are you complaining that they're going outside at school? Like, what's the issue? I don't get it. I'm going to read how to make a sandwich real quick. And by sandwich, I mean for my machine. So we need a plate. Oh, great. A plate, the paper, die cut, magnetic, and a plate. So plate. Okay, normal stuff. I don't know. So I don't have a problem with the school and the communication. I don't have a problem with. It's just that it's not enough. They don't give me enough communication because I'm not one of those parents that's always up their butt harassing them about why didn't you let little Billy go and do this? I don't care. If little Billy was bad, then shoot, little Billy needs to be, you know, not allowed to do that. But some parents don't like that. Like they don't want their kids to have that kind of thing, and that's the part that of the school that I don't like. At the very beginning, communication was really rough. Well, the parents complain. That's y'all over there complaining about everything. All them crazy parents. So, Chris and Chris's child and my child, they go to the same school. That's how we know each other. Um, I call Chris the crazy mom, one of the crazy moms that I've met, because they will, in my opinion, and she can say if I'm wrong or right, but I'm not wrong. Um, if something happens, sometimes they'll be like, "Well, why is this? Why is that?" I'm like, "Let it be." Yeah, y'all. All right, we're gonna try this thing. I hate these plates. These plates cost so much money. Let's see. All right, so we need this magnetic thing. So, like at the very beginning of the year, we had another teacher in our kids' class, and they were their quote unquote homeroom. Now, mind you, we have first graders who have homeroom teachers. Um, so that's already that should have been a red flag for me, right? You know how you get in those crazy relationships, like that's red flag number one. Yeah, but we committed. Now we in this thing, we gonna make it work, or we gonna go to public school, and if that don't work, then he'll be at home with me, and y'all will hear that crazy boy in the background. All right, so we just gonna run this thing through. Let's see how I did. I think I cut the wrong way. I should have did up, and I went down. Yep, that's all right. We'll figure that out. This daggone Office Depot paper is thickety thick, thick, thick. Um, it says it's 65 pound, but I swear by the moon and the stars, I think it's 110. So we got one done. We just need one more. Oh, come on, paper. We need a little bit of tape. Except a bit of the board. Yeah, yeah. Um, Let me read this daggone sandwich book again. Die facing up. Okay. So the die needs to be facing this way, up, not down. Yeah, so the teacher, I won't say her name, but she was really nice and sweet. And my son was failing in her class because she was so nice and sweet. I wrote her before, and I went to pick my son up one day, and she was like, "Oh, you're Bob's mom, huh?" I was like, "Lady, we met you." Okay, I'll tell you in a minute. So the sandwich is, so just think about, can you see it? Let me run this through and then I'll show you what the sandwich is. So you'll know. Um I'm gonna run it back one time. Oh no, it worked. Okay. All right, so let's turn this thing off. Move this to the floor for now. So I can explain to you what a sandwich is besides meat and cheese, right? Um so what happens when you have a metal die cut thing is you want it to cut out your shape. And so this is the metal die that you want to cut out, right? And this is the shape that you want to get. So this is our shape. This is what we're going for. What happens is the machine applies X amount of pounds of pressure per pound, right? PSI, right? So you need a sandwich that's going to encase the die. No. So you have your paper, you have your die, and then you have your things that you want to cut. So this is a plate. This is the magnetic sheet that they were talking about, and this is another plate. So think about the plates always as bread, and then the meat and cheese or whatever else you got going on is inside of here. So this is what this is. This is the meat and cheese, or however you make your sandwiches, whatever you put in to have your sandwiches, that is what the insides are. So that's a sandwich. And if you have different things, well, hopefully I explained it to y'all so y'all will know. I don't want you to, I appreciate the support. So if you have questions, even if you'll never do it, I still want you to be able to say, oh, yeah, I understand that. Um, so now you have a sandwich. See, the two pieces of bread and the insides is the sandwich. So when you go through, it shows you how to do it. And this is the book for the sandwiches. And so you see how you have the stuff sandwiched in between. So this is the sandwich book. But we're going to try to cut this out, and then we're going to cut these pages out. So we have this green paper, and what I thought would be really cool is if this, so this is the base of the book. I was going to make more than one book, but shoot, since the thing broke, I'm not in the mind, my head. Yeah. We're going to use this as the outside, the little cover pieces. So we'll need, let's see, 2, 4, 6. We'll need 8 pieces. And this is the paper we're using for that. And unfortunately, we can only get one sheet out of here. So we need 8 sheets of paper. And this is a weird color. It's jolly and bright, but it's definitely more on the Tex-Mex situation. Because look, they have this. We're going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have a friend that lives in Florida. She makes videos. Her name is Don H. Creates here on YouTube. And I remember one year she had got in the mail a bunch of flamingo stuff. And she's like, I've been flamingoed. So whenever I see flamingos, I always think of her. Our snowman is still over there drying, meditating. Okay. So also whenever since we have a magnetic shim, it is going to cause our metal piece to stay in place. And what I'm doing, I'm just making sure that it is going to actually stay where we want it to stay, because we don't want double cuts on this. And I don't feel like cutting it by hand. So let's see if laziness is going to be my downfall today when it comes to that. For anyone that's watching, not just Chocolate City Sim and Berry Charm, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I am not opposed to questions, and I like teaching craft stuff because you never know, we may convert somebody one day, right? And if I have any knowledge of anything, I like to share. But I cannot predict the future, so don't ask me that. Yeah, I just opened it up. Chocolate. We'll talk about that later. So my other machine broke. It's broken. So I'm struggling right now. So this is my first time using it today. I'm glad it's working. Some people have unboxed theirs and it didn't work. I don't normally do an unboxing because I don't want judgment about how I spend my money in my craft life. So I don't normally share the things that I buy unless I say, oh, I got this from so and so, because I want to share that. So we're going to put this to the side, and we're going to hopefully take this, move it up, and could you put the side up? It doesn't cut. I did. That's what I just did. Um, the thing is, the pressure is still poking through. So this first cut was me being not paying attention and it went down. And the second ones are just imprints from the pressure. So this is up. It's actually up. So that's why I made sure it was up. The only thing is I only have one set of die mats right now, Phoebe. And so I have to be mindful of that. And we need to turn these things this way. And I'm going to run 2 sheets of paper through. This is what got me in trouble before with the other machine. But I'm going to run 2 sheets of paper through. Let's see. Yeah, this is good right here. So I don't really care for machines like this because you have to use plates, and that cracking is fine until it's not, but it's fine this time. And the reason why is because the plates start to warp. You're supposed to, every time you go through, you're supposed to turn the plates over and adjust it so that you see like one side has a cut and the other side has a cut. So that's how it's supposed to be. I don't know if you all know who Tim Holtz is. I know some of you don't, but he's a crafting mogul, in my opinion. And he says some of you don't like that your plates get dirty or broken. He said it's supposed to do that. Don't freak your freak. So if you've ever heard me say don't freak your freak, I've got it from him because he said that sometimes we overreact as crafters, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, especially when it comes to our craft supply. So I am trying my best to put these at the top corner because I think we're going to be able to use these for other things. So that's what I'm doing. And that's 4 sheets. We got 4 more to go. If I could fold these over, it would be great, but I can't fold them over. The papers, that is, I can't fold over because the thing is small. So I hope that you all are having a great day. Yeah. Pro- well, I don't even think you need a magnetic sheet of paper. I think that Anna Griffin is just fancy. Um, I think that if you use just a mat the same width and has the same amount of pressure the amount of pressure that it could take on, you probably won't need that at all. But I think since it came with the machine, that's how she's doing it. So like I think this mat is probably the same width as all the other mats, but you can see it right here, the thickness. 1/8 of an inch, if that. So that's the only thing. I probably won't use this machine too often on camera. I prefer rolling it when we're hanging out just because it makes it a little bit easier for me to do. Because this machine is heavy, I have to pick it up and move it and all the other junk. That's why you don't ever see me scan and cut on camera, live streams. Like I'll scan and cut off camera and then I'll show you the product, but you know, hand cranking a few times is, in my opinion, a lot better than that. So we got the pieces. We got this. And we got that. So let's put this to the side so we don't lose it. And now we have these pages right here. Hi, Elizabeth. How are you doing today? When I saw Phoebe, I was thinking of Friends. Please don't judge me. I've never seen a full episode of Friends ever in my life, but that's what I thought of. And the reason why I thought of that is because I saw a thing earlier. It wasn't today, it was yesterday, when when Phoebe asked Monica about the pregnancy test, and Rachel was shaking her head, and they was talking about how good of a friend she was. I don't know. But hi, how are you doing today? Hopefully well. You're enjoying the shenanigans over here. All right, so this measures out to be 4.5 inches. So we need a paper 4.5 inches, green sheet of paper. I pulled out some green paper, and of course, I can't find it. We'll just pull out another sheet real quickly. And I was thinking I don't have a paper cutter. So on the other side of the room, we're going to just roll with it and be done. All right. So four and a half right here. I'm going to cut it. Listen, if we ever were lost on an island, or if we were ever trying to win $1 million and they said, can you cut a straight line? Don't look at me. Okay? Do not look at me. We would be broke like we are now. All right. Somehow that didn't turn out right. This should be fine then. Why are you doing this, paper? Let's do this one. Yeah. Who can one of you give me your address to send you? Yes, ma'am. Sure, of course. And then if you, my email address is lefthandedcrafter@yahoo.com. You could just send me your address and I can send you a card too. It may not get there before Christmas, just so you know, because I haven't backed it in my cards yet. It's something about backing a Christmas card or any type of mail that just kind of like, oh, do I have to? All right, so we're gonna trim this down. I should just did this in the first place. I thought my tearing was gonna be better, but no, no, it is not. Elizabeth, love that name. One of my good Judies is named Elizabeth. All right. So even though this is really long, we don't need this to be that long. We're going to just go ahead and score. The first one is going to be 1/2 inch. We should do that an inch. Let's do this. Oh yeah. I listen. It is something I love receiving mail in the mailbox. But going to the post office just gives me a mental complex about going to the post office. We're gonna start on this side, and we only got how many do we do? We're doing 4. Now listen, y'all. Normally we just make a little fold over and we put these. Today we have to place all of these down. So be mindful of that. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're only doing 4. We cannot. I can't. No, we're gonna do 3. 1, 2. Yeah, we're only doing 3 little books. I cannot. Not 5. Come on, no 3. All right, so we're gonna do 1 inch. I want to do 1 inch. Yeah, 1 inch, and then 1/2 inch. And follow the madness. Follow the madness. You'll see why I'm doing it that way. And how many we said we're doing? 3. So let's see. Up. So 1, 2. Let me say 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 4 then. I usually don't do anything on the inside of the cards. I just say Merry Christmas. One, or hope you have a great year. Because I made a card, right? Come on, camera, get it together. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, 1/2 inch. And I think we got it right. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Yep, got it right. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and score, fold it and score, fold on the scores properly. Look at my hands. Oh, okay. Yeah. I remember when I first started making cards, I was like, why can't we just use it like this? And then I had actually tried to write a card and I was like, oh, I see what they are talking about now. 1, 2, 3. If you're not familiar with making an album, there's many channels out there. I actually learned from the Anna Griffin album thing, and now I just write not numbers, the letter T for tape if I need to tape it down. But when I saw this die set, when I was going through something else, I was like, "Ooh, that would be a really fun project to make." And so far, I mean, I've enjoyed making the daggone thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Except for the equipment breaking, which is nerve wracking. You don't want your equipment breaking at all. So I'm just gonna burnish this down. I was watching some salt dough recipe channels, and this one person made a quick little video, but they weren't talking. I like to hear the person talk. I don't know why. More so than I like to see the person. I want to hear what they're telling me. But I was like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. That makes sense too. We're gonna use this red line tape for the inside. And red line tape is just that it's red on the outside and it's supposed to be super duper 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 strong. But this one lady was like, I'm gonna show you how to make this. And you couldn't even see what she was doing. She was just looking in the camera. I was like, ma'am, can you show the stuff, please? And then I watched this other lady. She was just like Santa Claus, or Mrs. Claus, I should say. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. Cosplay for crafting. Nice. I do subscribe to a few people that do cosplay costumes. Because, like I told y'all before, in my head, I can do everything, all kinds of crafts. Paint, you see, apparently, I'm a great painter. Um, uh, the one thing I know that I am very good at is enabling people to want to try to spend their money. That's not good. Yeah, exactly. Chocolate Cities. Yeah. I just always feel like you never know if you can do something if you don't do it. So I always try to do it before. Now I know that I'm not a good painter, um, but I still paint a little bit. I know for sure I'm not a great watercolorist, so I only do it a little bit. Um, I wasn't even a good stamper, but I have so many stamps that I had to get my act together for the stamps. I couldn't make these albums up until last year, I think. And now I do pretty good with the albums. Sometimes you just need things broken down into a different form to understand what's going on. I'm getting me some ice cream as soon as I finish with y'all. All right. So now I'm just burnishing this tape down. Now I want to tell y'all, I'm not promoting this product, but I saw yesterday that Crafter's Companion has an album situation, and their die thing has a embossing T on it, which is cool. When I heard her say that, I was like, oh, that's really nice. So it shows you which ones you have to. Oh, it's a cross. Is it a cross? It's something embossed, so it shows you which pieces need to be taped together. I think that is cool. But you don't need to buy anything if you have a scoreboard and something to score your paper with. You can score it yourself. You can make it whatever size you want it to be, and it'll still come out really cool. All right, so we got this. Got this. Now we're going to put some tape on here. I'm trying to put my red line tape not all the way to the very crease, the little baby crease right here, because we are taping two sides down, and we don't need that stress in our life. When's the last time y'all went to a crop if you've ever been to one? The last time I went to one was 2018, I think, 19. It was so much fun. It wasn't even a crop, it was a craft sale. And they've had one since then. I haven't went. I only make cards if there's one you like. Let best let me know. I am not picky. I am grateful that you have considered me to be able to receive one of your creations. So I'm not picky at all. I want to go on a craft cruise 2004. Okay. I want to go on a craft cruise. I saw one and I was like, ooh, that would be so cool. But then I went on a regular cruise and I was like, I'm good on the cruises. All right. So we got these two pieces. Let's see if this is how it's going to. Nope. Okay. Because I don't want to get seasick trying to cut no paper. Could you imagine that? So we just pulled out the tape and right here on this fold, we're going to do it just a little bit above the fold. Not too much because I cut the paper down a little bit shorter. So I need to make sure that I am able to marry these other two sheets of paper really good. And red liner tape is unforgiving from my experience. All right. So now we're going to take dab of glue and rub these together. This is why I like to use the folders already. So you don't have to worry about this part. But yay. So now we got to make sure that we put these up with there. I stopped scrapbooking after my golden retriever ate. Oh no. Were they okay at the time? You know, I don't have I have a cat. So Nicholas licks boxes and tape. So I have to be mindful of that. It's a little off. And maybe it didn't hear yet. I could forget it. That's okay. This is another thing. If you're gonna cut your spine smaller than your actual book itself, be mindful that you could come up with a piece being off. I'm okay with it, kinda. You know how I am when it comes to these things. I want to smile and say it's okay, but really I'm like, "Ugh." All right. I'm going to be going to the Dollar Tree today to buy some Christmas trees. Hopefully they have them. Yes, you're absolutely correct. I um I have a child who thinks that the glue sticks are his. So all of my glue sticks have found legs into their situation, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Just burnishing this down. I like to use a tape and over the glue because it'll warp. For me, it warps it. And I put the wrong side on. I knew that was going to happen. Do me right, tape gods. Do me right. Do me right. Do me right. Do me right, tape gods. Nice. Um, yeah, I like to use the glue tape so it'll stick down. And then if I need to apply any more adhesive, I'll use regular glue to help with it. There we go. We got one more piece to go on here. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, yep. And then we'll put our little spine piece on here. We'll be ready to move on to the next part. Okay. Samara, I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, I feel like the craft gods are like, you know what, Brandy? You have been through a lot today, ma'am, and we're going to let you make it this one time. Look, that's crooked. That's okay. This one time, we're going to let you make it. Don't think you can get by anymore, though. Yeah. At a certain point, it goes from just paper, though, to the project. And I feel like we at that part. So I don't want to start over. I don't want to start over. Now, for those of you that do make albums or you're scared or nervous, you don't have to glue those all the way. You could have definitely put them in a different um you could have just glued the bottom portion and then this side and made pockets. But my mental health is waning when it comes to this project. So it's waning fast. Okay. Just cutting the spine real quick. I want to go on a record and say I hate when my fingers look like this. Like I'm not gonna apologize for having raggedy fingernails or chip paint, but when I paint it in this, because this won't come off right away. It's gonna take me some scrubbing, and that bothers me. Like see, it's rubbing off. Some of it's rubbed off on the other projects, and yeah, I don't like it. Just gonna go on a record and tell you I don't like it. All right, so we got this on our little spine doohickey right here. There we go. Gonna rub it in, rub it in, rub it in. If you all go to all right, ma'am. Yeah, I'll be finishing shortly. I'll send you a message. Thank you so much. Um, if you shop at Family Dollar, which some of you probably don't, I have an allergy to lava soap from way back, unless they've changed the formula. Um, I have some crazy sensitive skin over here, so I try not to mess with a lot of stuff anymore. We're gonna go ahead and put these pages down. I think we're gonna do this one front. Yeah, front. Yo. Oh, I was about to say. Oh no, I messed up, but I didn't. Let's do this back real quick. Um, they have if you like Dr. Pepper, they have three Dr. Peppers for three 2 liter Dr. Peppers or three 1 liter. I don't know. It's better than Walmart if you shop at Walmart. 3 liter Dr. Peppers. Two, three 1 liter Dr. Pepper for $3. So three for $3 basically. Meds, yeah. My skin is like, listen, don't try nothing new because I'm not having it. This summer I broke out really bad in these weird little bump things. I'm gonna try to slide this back just a little. No, okay. Stay how you want to stay then. And I was freaking out. I was like, "What is this?" And so I went to test, and it was like, "We're gonna check and see if it's a fungus." And I was like, "Oh, please don't be a fungus because how do I get a fungus on your skin?" And it was like, "No, this is common. It's from the heat." Blah 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 blah. I was like, "Okay." And so now I'm mindful of that when I start to overheat or whatever. Um, I don't do it. Now I'm not very fond of this little book, probably because I had so many troubles cutting it out. So I can already feel that I'm not very fond of the little book. But we're gonna still finish it because we started it, and we always finish our projects, right? We always finish our projects. The problem is your friend didn't make any backwards projects, so all of these need to be turned the opposite direction, and we are going to be short one page. So I have to do that later. I won't do it on camera because I'm about to end in a few minutes once we get all this glued down. But one needs to be backwards to go on this page. You said what? My fault. Like thankfully these are patterns. The patterns are okay, right? Yeah, I like to finish it just because I'm like, ain't no stinking piece of paper gonna lick me. I'm gonna get the last word. And I have walked away from projects before, Samara. Remember I had that breakdown on Facebook? I was struggling with that one, but you was like, you got it, blah blah blah. You can do it, blah blah blah. Very encouraging. And so I finished it. Other than that, if you hadn't been there, I would have just stopped the cameras from rolling and been on my merry little way. All right. Yeah, so this one piece, I feel like ain't no sheet of paper gonna lick me. Yeah, the patterns. Because I cut all of them the same direction, like a ding dong. And this one is, you can tell that it's upside down, but that's okay. I could have did like some of the book companies. They make some of the pages straight and then other pages upside down. There's so much color going on, you can't tell what's going on though. I think we're gonna put this on the last page. So we do this one here. And if I didn't like all these patterns, they're so cute, we could definitely just take a sheet of paper and flip it over. I'm gonna try to fussy cut this thing out because I don't feel like picking up that machine. That machine is heavy, very heavy. It's heavy, darling. It's heavy. All right, so let's put this one here. No, I didn't break down over a single sheet of paper. I broke down over multiple sheets of paper, Liz. If you're gonna say it, get it right. It was tragic. It was very tragic that day. But you have people in your corner that's saying you can do it. It's all right. Just keep trying. And I got it after like 30 dang minutes. I was mad too. I think I had been having technical difficulty. It was just not all that great of a thing. But it was fun. We got it done. I think I was making like a box or something, them things be working my nerves. So we're gonna get another sheet of paper out of here. And let's see. I should have used this one like I said. Did I use this one? Yeah, I need to transfer. Samara had sent me a wonderful friend mail package a few years back, and she had sent me a lot of little tiny bottles. And I was like, I'm gonna put this in there. I'm gonna use it for this, and then I'm like, I'm gonna keep this package and pretend like I never get anything in the mail because apparently that's why I kept it for so long. All right, so we're gonna We gonna cheat. We don't need no stinking die cut machine. We can do it ourselves. Let's move this out the way. All right. So that is a trick that the crafty people be saying. You don't need to cut all everything. You just put it on one side. This glue is very inexpensive too. It's only $2, $3 at the most, or $1.25 at the crafting store. Thank you so much. I thought of you when I made it, because you know you live in that wonderful spot. I thought of you and Don. Don H creates. Remember when she got flamingo very crafty? And she's like, I've been flamingoed. I remember when my mom was still alive, and we had passed by someone that had got flamingo. She said, if you ever do this sugar honey iced tea to me, I'd be so mad. I was like, well, I'm gonna flamingo you then. I didn't get a chance to, but um, it wouldn't have the same effect at the funeral um, home where she's buried. So yeah, we don't waste money like that. I was gonna flamingo her at 60. And people don't like that. Bob is turning 60 today. So Bob got 60 flamingos. Ooh, but the big roommate. Ooh. I'd be like, this from your mother-in-law. He'd be like, what the? He probably gets so mad. All right, so this is our little book, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and cover this up real quick. And we're gonna cover it up with this thing right here. And the reason why we're gonna cover with this, because this was the page and we didn't use that page inside of there, so we should be good to go. All right, and what we're gonna do is just find. Oh, this is a busy book. This is definitely very crafty over here. Um, Not in a bad way. She just likes pops bold, bright color patterns and stuff like that. I don't have a pencil at my desk. I cleaned the desk off and lost the pencil apparently. Instead of saying, don't forget to not get rid of your pencil. I think this might be a little bit too big, and that's okay. We can always cut down. We don't want to be adding little slivers of paper like I used to. All right. All right. Next week, we will not be doing any painting to my knowledge or any bookmaking to my knowledge. Let's just make sure this is good to go. I'm hungry, y'all. So we definitely will be getting ready to bid adieu until next Tuesday. I may try and do another live stream, not this week, because the whole painting stuff has spun me. But during the winter break when my little guy is home, he'll be in the background asking for breakfast or whatever. I'm gonna try and see. Slide this down a little bit so we can get a little bit of a border. No, no grilled cheese. It's Taco Tuesday, Chris. Why would I look like eating grilled cheese if you got some noodles though? No. Are you making me a grilled cheese or you going somewhere? Yeah, I don't like grilled cheese sandwiches that much. Um, I will eat them, but I'm not really fond on them. That glue wants to be a stinky. We have to fix that off camera. There we go. All right, so this is our little book that we have made. Oh boy, oh boy. Whew. I'm about to say, why is this upside down? Is it 3 weeks? All right. Oh, frickin' frackety frack frack frack. You see this? Not paying attention. Not god dang paying attention. I put it upside down. It's gonna have to stay like that. I will let's find a strip right now. Y'all see that right? Y'all see that? You see that strip? To go back on Thursday. No, that's not why I said it was 3 weeks. I keep I don't know when it starts. That's why I asked was it 3 weeks. I'm assuming it starts next Friday, right? Okay. The 16th. Yeah, that's cool. All right. No one will ever know. Let's make sure we put it on the right side, Brent. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right. All right. So there we go. We fixed it. We dodged a small little buckshot right there. Now it just looks even more chaotic with the colors. So I love it. All right. So that is the book that we have made today. Lots of fun. I do apologize for any um, discomfort my machine breaking may have caused you all. It definitely caused me a lot of discomfort, not trying to be funny. All right, so this is our little book. I will dress it up later or leave it blank. I always think of these as like Christmas albums during the holidays or, a specific time, a day, a specific day. And these are our earrings that we made. Oh, let me tell you, I had to sit on my cup of water. I almost dropped this thing inside the water. So what if you're wondering what I'm going to do with these when they finish, I'm going to thank you so very much, Elizabeth. I have some stones, a little bit, some stones. I'm going to put red stones across the top. And if I can find a scarf, I may just put a bow. I have some tiny bows from Hobby Lobby. If I don't put the stones, then I'll try to put this. I don't know if this will work. Let's see. That might work. Let's see. The problem with this is that sometimes when I go to seal stickers in, they peel up. They don't pull up, they peel up, and we don't want that. So let's do this one. Okay. And I thought it'd be cute to put this little gingerbread man on him. Because I like gingies. That would be a little bit weird, right? Maybe a candy cane. Anyway, yeah. So we won't do that. I'll find some fabric, a little fabric and wrap it around the neck. So this is the back. This is the front. We're going to poke this hole out. So these are projects. I've enjoyed them. I've enjoyed you all as well. I want to say thank you all so very, very, very much for hanging out with me, spending time with me. You could be anywhere else doing something else, and you chose to be here, chatting away, and encourage me. So I want to say thank you all for watching. I will have some Christmas things coming up. Myself and a little roommate. So you'll see little hands very shortly. Put him at the feet looking like they are chilling. What? The snowman? Girl, you trying to create Inception. Nah, no, 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 no. So thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.